Hi everyone, and welcome to, I don't know if I'm going to call this a review or a rant, because the disappointment I feel right now is just overwhelming, honestly. Um, and what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the new Shozy Ceres, okay? This earphone here. Good looking earphone, I'll give it that. Brings a half decent cable. And as you can see, it's a very nice looking earphone, beautiful shell, resin. It's a 1+1, so it's a 1DD, one dynamic, one BA driver. So on paper, it looks promising, okay? That's what it is. Anyway, let me go step by steps. First of all, I honestly don't understand what is going on with some of the tri-fi manufacturers. Do they honestly think that the rest of the world, or the majority of us, are actually, and I'm going to use maybe a strong word, but I really don't care, are morons? Do they think that we are somehow challenged and that we are not capable of seeing what is a good product and what isn't a good product? Don't they realize that they're actually shooting themselves in the foot? What am I talking about? Anyway, let's go. This is the Shozy Ceres. We're talking about a earphone that can cost anywhere between $150 and $170, which puts it in some pretty tough competition. HANA 2021, T-Force Yuan Li, and I'm just mentioning two of the more of the latest ones. Okay, this is the package it comes in. It could not be more bland. I mean, please, people, we're talking $170. Come on. Comes in a box. Inside, this unfolds. Okay. We are presented with this case, which is fine. Okay, it's not good, it's not bad, fine. And then inside here we have the tips. Okay, and we have the tips, which are fine, nothing spectacular, but at least it brings tips, and the cable. Now, what I really would like to understand is, don't they have the extra money to just give us a little bit of a better presentation? We're talking about $170 by comparison. This is the Shozy Form 1.1, which was actually the first Shozy that I bought. I bought the Shozy 1.1 following a recommendation of some reviewers, which said it would be an interesting upgrade, or side grade rather, to the Blonde 03, and I'm talking back almost 2 years now. And for the most part, I like them. I really do. The flaws they have are more than acceptable, and the $75 or $70 that I paid at the time was more than fair, more than adequate. So by comparison, we have a package which at least brings an image of the driver. At least it has something. I mean, this, nothing. Where is it? Please, people. Okay. Then inside, similar box with, again, the tips are more or less the same, as you can see, not much difference there. Okay, and again, a half decent cable. All right, and we're talking about a $70 IEM. It brings a proper sized case. Okay, right, and the earphones themselves, honestly, are spectacular. I have nothing really to say bad about them, because they don't pretend to be what they're not. I mean, that's the reality. They've got very nice build quality. The sound is nice. It's a mild V, but it's nice. It's perfect. Okay, there we go. That's it. Shows you 1.1. Twice the price, not twice, at least the appearance that I would expect. Okay. Actually, let me just show you them side by side so that you can have some. Almost looks like, well, if it's not the same shell, it looks very, very similar. If it's not the same shell, it looks very similar. They've substituted this rear vent for some holes there, but for the most, it looks almost identical, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if this works, keep it, fine. The finish again, very high quality, like on the original show, well, like on the Shozy 1.1. In terms of appearance, I've got no issues. Now, at least then, in my way of thinking, greet us with something which sound-wise is really spectacular. And again, I ask, do these sound engineers think that we are all somehow challenged when it comes to hearing? Because this sounds like total, absolute garbage. I initially gave it the benefit of the doubt, and I actually was talking to some fellow reviewers about, well, one fellow reviewer about them, and I said I was actually surprised with the sound, but when then you start comparing them and you start hearing what the other earphones at the same price and less price are capable of doing, you start to realize this is not hi-fi, this is lo-fi. The only thing that's good about it is the bass, period. The bass is fast, quick, impactful. It's nice. The bass is nice, and if you actually compare the graph with the Form 1.1, with the Shozy Form 1.1, I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually the same driver, the 9.2mm beryllium driver. So bass, it's fine. Now mids, where are they? They forgot to put mids in here somewhere. I mean, they are completely non-existent. The only thing that they are able of or capable of doing half decently is playing instruments. Female vocals, they're not there. Male vocals, some of them actually sound half decent, but the remainder, I mean, please. And then they have these highs, which it's like you have bass, you have extreme highs, so around 11, 12, 10, 12, 10, 11, 12K, and then in between there, nothing, zero, zilch. Please, 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 Shozy, what is going on? I mean, this is not what I expect when I pay $170. Seriously, I don't know if you're gonna see this video. I don't know if I can actually get this video to be seen by you, if it's gonna have any impact. I really don't care, to be honest with you. But please, if you're gonna launch a product which is $170, make sure, okay, make sure that this is actually sounding half decent. I mean, an Aria will walk all over this. It will completely annihilate it. It will be a gangbang. An Aria will gangbang this thing to death. Period. Okay? That's how actually annoyed I am. I'm really, really very disappointed. The only reason why I'm not going to sell them is I want to keep them as a reminder of some impulse choices that I sometimes make. Because this is, I mean, 1.1, fine. I had a 1.4 momentarily. I actually sold it because I didn't think it justified the price difference. I have a V33, which is, it is what it is. I mean, this is worse than a V33, and a V33 wasn't known for being the most open sound. It was a closed kind of sound, way too warm without any real sparkle to things. But it was what it was. It didn't pretend to be what it wasn't, and it actually was okay. You know, it was decent. This, I don't know what it was pretending to be, but it's garbage. Period. That's my honest opinion. Anyway, guys, this is my take on the Shozy Ceres Shozy Ceres. Stay away from it. It's not worth it. Take care. Thank you.